The most wonderful time of the year, especially because being a Christian, Christmas represents for me the time when God gave his most wonderful gift, the best gift he can give anybody, which is his son Jesus Christ. So for me, the first thing as a Christian is that Christmas represents celebration of his birth. But beyond all of that, Christmas in Guyana has a lot of wonderful memories for me. Growing up, I grew up with my grandmother, and Christmas meant that that's the time of the year when your family would come in and you will have you meet persons that you haven't spoken to for a number of years, and they're coming in to visit with you and so on. But it also represents a time when food was the most delectable thing at that time of the year. Now, my grandmother never ate beef and pork and so on, so instead of having garlic pork, we actually had garlic chicken. Instead of having beef pepper pot, we actually had chicken foot pepper pot. So, and then there was the fried rice and the mashed potatoes, and at that time of the year your taste buds go off because it's so much to consume, and sometimes you don't know what to do. So Christmas Day represents a time when we stayed at home and we spent time with our family. But beyond that, on Boxing Day, which is the day after Christmas, we would usually go out to visit our relatives, and we spend time with them. And so for the entire Christmas season, you choose which house you went to spend Christmas with. The other thing about Christmas in Guyana is that during that time is when we have the masquerade band. So you have all the dancing and flouncing in the streets and so on, and the drums and the pipe, and it was a really good time. One of the things that our church observe is caroling. So on New Year's Eve, on Christmas Eve, as well as Christmas Day, in the night, we will go to all the members of the church's houses for the entire night till next morning and carol. So one night we'll go with horse cart, and the second night we'll go cycling. I can remember one year we went cycling and almost everyone's cycle seized. So we had to throw them in the truck, and you had to ride in the truck and so on. And sometimes you're soaked, because if it's raining, you're soaked from head to toe. But it was so much fun that you didn't mind doing that. I think the only last tradition I like about Christmas is the fact of Old Year's night, or New Year's Eve as we say in Guyana. That we go to church, and it's a time where you sit and reflect on what you've done for the past year, and then you make projections as to what you want to do for the new year, and you commit yourself to God and unto yourself that you'll get those things done. The thing I hate about Christmas, however, is that that's the time when your grandmother bring out all the wares that she had in her cabinet, and she would put them out, and you have to sit down and you have to wash them, then you have to clean the steps and clean the walls and all those things. So that's the thing you don't really like. But I guess working with your cousins and your brothers and sisters, it became easier over time. So that's what Christmas represented for me here in Guyana.